Yo, what's up guys, Shujinkydink here, and welcome to a video all about Cetrion. Today we got some nice changes for Cetrion. As you'll notice, I'm in the opposite corner because I didn't want to hinder our frame data that will pop up. I've already done that mistake once already. So we're just going to talk about the general changes to her today. Not a whole lot to go over, but some nice things and maybe some cool rushdown stuff with Force of Nature. So overall with the variation 2-1 got adjusted. Changed the hitbox a little bit. It already had a really good forward hitbox. I'm not 100% sure what they adjusted on that. Perhaps a vertical thing, I'm not too sure, but either way that's been adjusted. Her back 4, a little bit more recovery, just to make it maybe a little bit more useful. She doesn't have the rock wall and the natural barrier in Force of Nature, so maybe this was supposed to kind of replace it. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, it's a nice change because they use that a lot, especially after a block 2-1-3. Your opponent tries to come in and you're like, nope, sorry, denied. Because it doesn't move your hitbox forward at all. So it's really nice. You may have seen me do that in some of my videos. But spring cleaning, a couple things changed. There's a little bit more scaling on the geyser now. She doesn't do as much damage as she does before. And then the teleport has a little bit more recovery. So those were the two main things. How much damage was actually affected on the geyser? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure we'll hear some top players talking about it. Whether she's still viable or not, I'm not sure. But anyway, we're getting into the meat and potatoes of kind of stuff with Force of Nature. So one of the nice things that they did here is they changed the block recovery and the block advantage a little bit. Took away the recovery and some block stun off the boulder. So before, this was like a frame perfect. You know, you had to get right into it, but now you have a frame, and sometimes 2 frames. I think it depends on the hitbox. Against female characters, I've noticed it can sometimes be 2 frames to actually link into this frame trap of the boulder into that. So that's really nice, and if they flawless block it, you know, it's still a better advantage, but not as much as it was before. But they have decreased the pushback on the boulder, so it's maybe about half of what it was before, maybe a little bit less than that. Maybe 40%, something like that. But it's still pretty good, as you can see. So no complaints there. Big one with this variation is the new crushing blow off of that at max distance. Out of the probably 15 games I played, I think I hit it maybe 3 times. So it's not going to be a huge factor, but it's definitely something that's nice to have, especially in your arsenal of tools. Full screen if you're caught not blocking. It's already max range there. So, too bad, so sad. Feel bad for you, bro. Outside of that, let me take a quick look at the patch notes here. I think there was a conflux of elements ability, but that doesn't really affect ranked gameplay, so I'm not really going to cover that much. And the only other thing I wanted to go into is the ground pound cancel. So it does use 1 bar of meter, you just have to hold up to do it. Pretty easy execution. I do mess it up still from time to time because I've only had like a few hours to work on it. So this is nice, both zoning and kind of rushdown. It's actually better rushdown, so I'm going to save that for a minute. I'm just going to talk a little bit about zoning. So you can actually do 3 little ground pounds if you want. Keep in mind it does take a defensive bar, so I mean you're giving that up. And again, if you want to go into here, you think they're going to jump out of the ground pound, you can use that. It won't punish them, but it will force them to block it and then push them backwards and create more space. And then you're going back into your game of, well, I'm going to throw a ground pound, or I'm going to throw another boulder again, that kind of thing. So full screen, that's kind of the mind game with it. Use it to mix up your zoning. Hell's Wrath, Shattering Boulder, whatever you want to do. So mid-screen doesn't really help a whole lot. You get the guess off of the 4-2-3, 2-1, but there's a lot of pushback, as you can see there, if it hits. So you're not really guaranteed a follow-up after, but there is the guess of whether you're going to go into this, or into this, or into this. So it becomes a 3-way guess. So all options, 2 of the 3 options are unsafe. If you do this and they block it, you're at -4. If on hit, it's +18. So that's kind of the mindset here. You can also do other, just to switch up the timing on other strings. You can do this, and like condition them with that. And then do that. I'm still playing around with all the options, so you know, time will tell what we come up with there. But the big thing is when you're in the corner. So let's go and check that out right now. We'll go to the right. So it's pretty much the same formula that I just mentioned. Except if they guess wrong and they actually hit him, you can see the hit advantage is plus 18, which is crazy. So, and especially if you hit them on a guess with this one, or with this one, both of them are not knockdowns. So they're standing right in front of you, and if you go down our moves list, you can see startup frames, there is nothing. Nothing in her main moves list that is faster or slower than 18 frames. So she literally can do any string or any normal she wants after that. So, you know, although it does complement her zoning a bit, I think that it really, really, this is like, she'll want to be in the corner now. Yeah. Especially this one. This one's killer. Because it's a true 50-50. You can't fuzzy it. You can maybe try and react to the animation. And then, of course, you can just throw them. Like, why not? After any of that, throw them. And short hop. So this turned her from a character that had, like, very few options and was very unsafe into, yeah, like a rush-down machine in the corner. And, of course, you can just commit to it. But, again, if she commits to this, then, I mean, she has to play the Oki game. Are they going to wake up or what? So this is a plus 18 restand. Off like a 4-way guess. And of course you just got your staggers on top of that. 2-1 is -1 as it is on block. So you can go into your throws. So I think one big thing to think about is Force of Nature can zone you out, zone you out, zone you out. And when she's starting to put herself like closer to the corner, that's actually really scary for the opponent. Because like now you don't have to worry about her zoning herself into the corner. She's like, yeah, sure, let's do this. You want to dance? Come on, let's play my 50-50 game. Bitch. Alright. So that's about it. That's like how her changes and buffs and nerfs kind of affect this character. Speaking more from a Force of Nature main as opposed to a Spring Cleaning main. Hopefully somebody else can cover that. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, leave a like because it really helps me out, and subscribe because we make new videos every single day. Hashtag Big Dink Energy, and we'll see all you guys in the next video.